All right, so today is Saturday, October 2nd, and we are getting pigs today. So we're pretty excited about that. We have an extra person here today, kind of completing the family unit. So Austin's here with us today. In fact, he's over here. He loves the camera too. Yeah. About as much as his mom. But we've got chores done for the most part, and we need to get some pigs, right? Yep. But before we do, I want to show you guys real quick what Lori's been up to this week. She's been very, very busy.
It is Monday, September 27th, and we actually had rain since yesterday afternoon. I'm going to try to get the nuggets moved so we can get them on some fresh ground. So it is time to start seeding the pasture with the winter rye grass that we use. And so I'm going to start by just putting it right behind the tractor, getting the seed down. I have a little bit of straw that I'll put over it just to hopefully hide some of the seeds from birds. And then we'll do that as we move them. We'll seed right behind them. I have my turkeys over here in the run, and they have these bars in the corner that doesn't have a covering. So yesterday during the day, they were actually in the coop that is covered when it was raining. But last night before bed, they all came out here, got up on the bars, and slept out here in the rain all night. They obviously don't mind the rain, but they did not want to sleep in the covered coop last night. They wanted to sleep out here. But you can see they're doing great out here. They seem to be getting bigger every day. We have this fence that we put up about halfway back on our property when we first started planting the fruit trees. And we have since gone back and fenced off the rest of the back of the property, so we want to take this fence down. So I am going to start taking all the fence stays and the fence clips off of here, and then we just need to remove the barbed wire. If you have any suggestions on how to get the barbed wire down, how to roll it back up or dispose of it, please let us know, because we're not really sure. But that's what I'm going to work on right now, is just getting all these removed. So we have 46 grapevines here on the property, and we put most of them in this past winter bare root, including these Zinfandels. We have done really good with going around and pulling any fruit off of them for the first season. And we totally missed this Zinfandel here because it is loaded with fruit, and we didn't even realize it until the other night when we walked out here and saw purple. And the birds have found it now, so they're getting a lot of them. But I wanted just to show you guys the Zinfandel grapes here. So they are pretty small because first season, but I did try one of them and they're pretty tart, and they do have a little seed, kind of that sweet tart right now. These actually you harvest in September, so it's different than the table grapes, which is going to be really cool, but we'll obviously be using this for wine. I did find some more that we missed. Grabbed a few of the little bundles that were on there. There's still more, but then I did try one of the bigger ones, and it was a little sweeter, obviously, than the small ones. So I think it's gonna make a fantastic wine, and I'm really, really excited about that. I'm in here with the turkeys, and they are doing fantastic. And this is my one that had the little growth on her eye. So it's starting to heal. I don't think they're pecking at it. She's been wiping her eye on her feathers here, but it seems to be getting a lot better. It's healing over really good, but I don't know if it's gonna end up that she's gonna be blind in that eye or not. So I hope not. I hope it heals and she'll be able to open it, but she's still not opening it, and We'll just have to kind of watch it and see, but at least the other ones aren't pecking at it. Come here, buddy. Come here. It's one of our white toms that he actually will sit, and if I start petting him, he'll start to fall asleep. It's pretty funny, but he loves to be pet. Don't go after that mole. What? What? I know. Hey, sweet girl. One of the things that we've actually been wanting to do is add wood chips down each row, a solid line, so there's no gap in between each tree. Also, we'll put wood chips around the outside of where the water bubbler is. We just haven't had a chance to do it yet, but we've been having things digging around this water and digging out the sides of the berms. And so I did yesterday, I went through and I had to pull wood chips back, had to build this back up, and then I did, as I was in here, I went ahead and I closed off the center ring because we have some of these trees still having the water go into the center ring instead of the outer ring that we have. So I closed that off while I was in there because the tree is definitely big enough for the outer ring now. So hopefully this week I will get to start laying wood chips actually down in between here so we can cover this entire area. I'm over here where we had planted the pumpkins, and our neighbors, Nate and Tara, have to move out of their rental house. And so they tore their garden beds apart yesterday, and we transplanted some of their plants that they had in there over here. So I have some peppers here, have some corn, and then some zucchini and tomatoes over in the garden beds. And obviously the wrong season for these, but I felt bad to just pull them out and throw them away or, you know, compost them. So I went ahead and transplanted them just to see what would happen. So I do have to now put up a little fencing around this area just to keep hopefully the rabbits out. So I'm back here at one of our water tanks and was going to fill it, and we get frogs in here all the time, and usually I think they're dead because they kind of just float there, but then when I try to touch them or start filling it with water, they start moving. But look at this one floating here. Hopefully you can see him in there, but he's actually not dead, he's alive. And it's funny, I don't know if they pretend to be dead, but he's just sitting there like he is. I'll see if I can get him to move. Anyways, it's pretty funny how they do that, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this tank filled up.
All right, so that brings us back to Saturday, and we are ready to go. You guys ready to go get some piggies?
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
I am too. We have 13 pigs in the back trailer. It was very nice getting the trailer, but we need to get these guys home because they are very, very thirsty. So let's see how we do getting these guys unloaded. Come on, pigs. Let's go. Come on. Come on. All right, let's go. Come on. Come on. Like, I don't know about this, you guys. Just don't let them go inside. Come on, little one. Bring up the rear. Very good. That's what you wanted. We've got everything settled. The feeder lid is open. They've already been messing around with the automatic water. We're gonna definitely keep the tubs of water here in the enclosure for the next several days, just to make sure that all these guys are used to the water itself. So we'll keep an eye on that. We have several different types of pigs in here, which is great. We have some Poland spots, we have some Herefords in there, we have some Chester Whites, we've got some Hampshire mixes. Yeah, they're kind of mutts more than anything, I suppose, but the smallest of these pigs is about 40 pounds, and I think our largest is right at about 75 or so, which is exactly what we wanted. So we should have pigs that are a couple months old, and we can keep them here on the farm for about 7 months or so. They're still a little nervous around us. What's neat to see is we've already had them kind of coming up to us as we're around the water. They're all interested, and right now they're all just taking a nap. They've had a really stressful, long day today. But I want to make sure and let you guys know where we got these pigs. It's the same breeder that we've used for the last several. In fact, all the pigs we've purchased from them. It's Pam Lan Farms, and that stands for Pamela and Lanny, but P-A-M for Pam and Lan, L-A-N-N, for Lanny. Pam Lan Farms is where we get our pigs. They're located in way West Glendale off the 303. You guys type them into a Google search, you'll find them here in Arizona. Now, one thing I can tell you is we took about all the pigs they had in this size. We talked them into selling us a few that allowed us to just make these all in one trip, but generally they usually have plenty of availability there. I just know that they've been busy and they're selling out. So we are fortunate to get these little guys, but at this point we need to call it a day ourselves because we've got live stream with you guys tonight. It's been great this week, right?
Yeah, it has.
So does it finally feel like fall?
Not yet.
No? Well, mornings do.
For like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. We got our piggies today, but we got all those in. So we got a lot of folks that are partnering with us this year. And for those of you guys, I know a lot of you watch this, thank you so much for allowing us to bring the pigs onto the farm and being a part of that process with us. We can't thank you enough. So we will make sure we give you guys weekly updates and other updates as we have them. So you guys can watch us raise those pigs for you. So you see exactly how we do it. Mm-hmm. So, but we're excited. We got a good mix of pigs this time.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Right?
They look good.
So now there was one in particular that you really liked.
I really like the little baby brown and white cross.
Yeah, the Hereford? Hereford? I know. That's why we were there and I was a little nervous because you were like going goo-goo-eyed over that one.
It's cute.
That's a problem. You can't think it's that cute.
I know. I can still think it's cute right now because it's little.
When it's 600 pounds, will it be cute?
No.
Remember that because that's how big they get.
Well, we won't have it to 600 pounds.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure we're on the same page. But your heart went aflutter when you saw that little one.
Yeah.
And how about those little tiny baby piglets?
Oh my goodness. Oh.
We're gonna have to get pigs that we raise for ourselves.
Yeah.
For sure. The nuggets are doing great.
They're doing fantastic.
Hard to call them nuggets. We need to call them drumsticks at some point.
Yeah.
But they're doing really good. We haven't lost any.
No. Nope. Not since they've been out there, and they're doing really good on the greens because they're getting a lot of the alfalfa and they're devouring that.
and it's going good seeding behind them because October, so we're overseeding the pasture. Had to get straw from Tractor Supply, so kind of some pricey straw, unfortunately.
Very pricey.
If we could have timed that right, I would have definitely used the sorghum as cover, but we didn't because we want to let that go to seed, so we weren't able to do that. But that's coming along pretty good. And then we got live stream with you guys tonight, so we've got to go in and get ready for that. So we always look forward to spending time with you guys doing that. That is the first Saturday of every month, and today being October 2nd, we're going to spend some time with you guys tonight. That is always a lot of fun for both of us.
Yeah.
And then we turned it into a podcast for you guys. Afterwards, it's on our website, so you can find it there. You guys know the most valuable thing that we have here on the planet is time. That is a limited thing for all of us. Always remind myself of that, but you guys spend that precious time here with us, and I know a lot of you do that each week. We do not take it for granted. We really appreciate that. If you guys are not a subscriber, we really encourage you to subscribe to the channel. You know, we've got a lot of livestock coming onto the farm still here in the fall through spring months for us, which is our season. So looking forward to that. And of course, you guys already know, fruit trees, we've got garden beds to plant, lots, but would love you as a subscriber. Share the content if you know anybody that's into this kind of thing. That definitely helps us here. And our Amazon shop, I'll leave a link down in the description, a free painless way to help support the channel. If you start with that link, it doesn't matter what you buy, you help to support us here. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere,
So can you.
and I think at this point we need to call it a day. Call it a day? Call it a day. I don't know if it's a Thompson or a Flame. I can't tell which one. Here, let's find out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that was horrible.
That was smart.
You gonna keep that on so nobody can see your face? Your beautiful face? Okay, that's fair, that's fair.
Do you want me to take it off?
No, well, that's later. We'll save that for later. What? I can't help it. You're literally sitting right next to me. Where do you think my mind's gonna go? Every time.